Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my morning skincare routine. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably noticed I've been posting a lot more about skincare. And if you've seen my last video, you know that I'm going to esthetician school to become a licensed esthetician this coming July. Skincare has just become a huge passion of mine throughout my whole acne journey, and then I've really gotten into the science behind skincare over the past year and realized how important skincare is to, good quality skin. And good skin replaces like makeup. I feel like having a good foundation and good skin underneath will make your makeup look so much better. And I've really just become more passionate about helping people with their skin, because your skin is what you're going to see with or without makeup on. Your skin is what you live in. Makeup is fun, but it can be wiped off at the end of the day. And I still love makeup. I'll still post makeup favorites and talk about makeup, but skincare is what I found I'm truly passionate about. So I'm really excited to share my favorites with you guys and show you guys my skincare routine. I'm going to be walking you through step by step, and I'll talk about each product, and I'll also put clips of me using each one in the video. Okay, so the first thing I do is cleanse my face. Some mornings I will just splash water on my skin and then go into my skincare routine. But a lot of times if I do like a mask the night before or use like an oil before I go to sleep, I do want to, cleanse my face to get off any residual residue. Also, I feel like if you have oily or acne prone skin, I think it is important to still do a gentle cleanse in the morning. You just don't want to over cleanse your face because that can have negative effects. So I go in with the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. At nighttime, I will use like a Foreo cleansing device, but in the morning, I just use my hands. I do a really light cleanse. This one is for normal to oily skin. I have very acne prone sensitive skin, so and I have combination skin, so I don't really want products to be stripping. This is not stripping. It contains ceramides and niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, so even though it is a foaming cleanser, it's still not going to overly strip your skin. So I love this one. I've used it for years. There are more expensive, more luxurious cleansers that I do like to get time to time, but this one I always go back to, and I feel like it's a staple in my skincare routine. My dermatologist also recommended that one to me, so that's who got me hooked on it. I've used it ever since. There is a formula for dry skin, if you have dry skin, called the Hydrating Cleanser. That one I also find is really good. Sometimes I will use that one since I have combination skin. If I feel like my cheeks are really dry that morning, I'll go in with the Hydrating Cleanser. But CeraVe is one of my favorite brands for drugstore cleansers. Okay, so after I rinse that off my face, I'll just go in with a towel and pat my skin dry. You don't want to tug at your skin or rub at your skin. It can cause redness and inflammation in the skin. You want to be very delicate. So I just very lightly pat my skin dry. You want to leave your skin a little bit damp so when you go into your next products, they can absorb into the skin better. You don't want to go in with serums on a completely dry face. Okay, my next step is a hydrating toner. I'm not a fan of alcohol-based astringent toners, and that's why I have strayed away from using a toner for so long. I have really bad memories of being in middle school using like a Clinique toner, which is basically just drying alcohol. Those do have a place very rarely for very acneic, very, very oily teenage hormonal skin. But it's very rare that someone needs that. So I like hydrating or calming toners. This one is the Renee Rouleau Elderberry Soothing Toner. This one has elderberry, hyaluronic acid, aloe leaf extract, so a lot of really soothing ingredients. I took the Renee Rouleau skincare quiz, and it basically told me what I already knew about my skin, that I am combination, sometimes dry, I need a little bit of anti-aging, I sometimes get acne, so it was very accurate, and this was the one they recommended. I just deal a lot with redness and a little bit of reactivity. I'm still getting over going through really bad acne, so I still have a little redness on my cheeks. This is really good to calm down the redness. It also just leaves your skin a little bit damp going into your next product. I didn't think that was going to be a step that I felt like I really needed, but after using this for about 4 months, I'm totally hooked on it. I'll definitely repurchase it. I just love it. I use it with my hands so I don't waste any cotton rounds or anything, and I just press it into my skin. My next step is a niacinamide serum. I've tried a few. Currently, I'm using the Dr. Dennis Gross Stress Rescue Serum. This has niacinamide, adaptogens, and a lot of calming ingredients. So again, this is very good for redness or stressed skin. stress really affects your skin, and it can show up in a few different ways on your skin. It could be like dehydration lines, it could be clogged pores, it could even be acne. For me personally, I think my skin gets it does break out, but it gets very red. So this has been awesome. If you're looking for a more affordable niacinamide, I also really like the Ordinary Niacinamide and Zinc Serum. That one's great for acne prone skin because the zinc also is very good at fighting acne. So I just lightly press this into my skin. And then this is the step if I want to use a facial tool like a Jade Roller in the morning. If I'm feeling a little bit puffy, I'll go in with this and just roll my face. This is really good. Facial massage, lymphatic drainage, gua sha is another technique. Those are all really good for getting the blood circulation flowing and kind of draining out any of that extra fluid in your face. So I don't use this every morning, but if I do it after I put on a serum. Okay, next I go in with a vitamin C. I just recently started using a vitamin C serum because after going through really severe hormonal acne, my dermatologist had me on a very simple routine just to get my skin back to baseline. But now that my skin has been clear for a while, I've started slowly adding in new active ingredients. And vitamin C is a very powerful antioxidant, helps defend your skin from free radical damage. It's also very brightening, so if you have any hyperpigmentation or just want an overall brighter appearance to your skin, vitamin C is very good for that. So this is by Naturium. It's a very high quality, I want to say it's like Nature Meets Science brand. I love it. It was recommended from Susan Yara, who I love on YouTube. I'll link her channel down below. But she talks about this brand quite often, and this is a very affordable, high quality vitamin C. It's $20. It's 22% L-ascorbic acid. L-ascorbic acid is probably the most effective and studied version of vitamin C. There are also other derivatives of vitamin C, but this one is L-ascorbic acid. It also has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E, so I really love this. You may have noticed I don't use a separate hyaluronic acid serum. Sometimes I do if my skin is really, really dry, but right now my skin seems fine, and both of these have hyaluronic acid in them, as well as my toner, so I just feel like it's not necessary. You don't need it in every single step, so because it's in all of those, I don't add in a separate one, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is a step that is very personal to my skincare routine. This is a prescription. It's called Axone. This is an acne treatment. I'm still on my prescription acne products just to make sure it doesn't come back. So I want to make sure I still maintain my acne routine. So this is like an antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory product. I use a very, very tiny amount, probably half a pea-sized amount, and I just pat it on my acne-prone areas. I use a tiny amount because I feel like that product can pill if you use too much. And that's the first, this is my second time I've been on this. The first time I was on it as a teenager, I would use it like way too heavily. And I stopped using it because I thought it made my makeup look weird. And I asked my dermatologist like years later, and she was like, oh, you were using way too much. So you want to use a very tiny bit of that if you are on that. Okay, so next is SPF/moisturizer. If I do a separate moisturizer from my SPF, I'll show you what I use. So this is the Daily Moisturizing Lotion from CeraVe. It's very gentle. I love it. It's just a good basic moisturizer. And then I'll go in with an SPF. But recently I've been using the SuperGoop. This is the Superscreen Daily Moisturizer. It's SPF 40. It is very dewy, I will say that. So you might not like this if you have very oily skin. As you can see, I used it up this morning. I have really liked this. I think it might be better to use a separate SPF because you can put more of it on and make sure you're using enough, but I just make sure I use a generous amount of this because it is my moisturizer and SPF. Now, another tip, if you have very oily skin, you might not need a moisturizer under a separate SPF. So you just gotta find what works for you. I will be doing an entire SPF video later on. I'm trying out some new ones. I did really like this, but like I said, it might be a little on the shiny side for me, but it is a very good moisturizing SPF if you want your moisturizer and SPF to be in one product. Okay, so after sunscreen, I do use an eye cream in the morning because when I put on makeup, I want my under eye to be very hydrated. This is the Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. This is a lot like their Aqua Balm for the face, which I also really like. I've had this forever though, and a little bit goes a long way. Like I'm not even halfway done with this. So I use probably like a grain of rice size for both eyes. This is very nice. I find the gel eye creams really good if you are on the younger side and don't need a heavy eye cream, but you still want some moisture. So I do like gel eye creams or really light creams. Okay, and then I will put on a little bit of lip balm. My favorite is the Aquaphor Lip Repair. I do like the Aquaphor Lip Repair. It's very cheap, but it's really good. I have tried so many lip balms, and I like this because it's very occlusive. I wear this to bed. They have an SPF one for the daytime, so I'll put the SPF on in the morning, and I'll do the non-SPF one at night. Okay, so that is it for my morning skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully learned something new or found a new product that you think you might like. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see my future videos. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.